All right. So the new case that he has that you're now on, do you have the cause number for that case?
Um, do you have it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a PF case, Judge.
So is that the possession less than a gram?
Yes.
All right. And those are the only cases that you have the possession less than a gram in this case?
And he also has a UCW out of county court 4.
Okay. Are you on that as well?
No, I'm going to go down there in just a second.
Okay. So where are we on discovery?
Discovery is complete, Judge. I did extend the joyful offer to defense if it's already assumed that it's on for research to be done regarding
The-
status.
The state has given me several alternatives for Mr. Araiza, but because he has immigration consequences, I need to research to see which one would be the best route. So if I can get a reset of maybe 2 weeks, the 27th.
All right. Norma, are we able to come back on the 27th?
The Wednesday.
Oh, not a Wednesday.
How about Monday the 25th? Oh, jingo.
Yeah.
The 28th?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
All right. We're back on Mr. Rivas. All right. We're back on the record in 2025 CR 012282. State versus Danny Rivas. Can I have parties re-announced, please?
Judge Baker for the defendant, Your Honor.
All right. So, defense, have you had a chance to think about the court's concerns?
Yes, and Judge, I'm glad we had that break. Everything happens for a reason. I've been on vacation for a long time, so my mind isn't quite back in the game yet.
Yeah.
Mr. Rivas reminded me back there that I spoke up and I said, you had it for self-defense, didn't you? Yes. I said, that was not the case, Judge. He did. I asked him a question. He trusts me. He answers yes because. So, Judge, we were back there, and he said, "Mr. Baker, no. You told me that." Because here's the issue, Judge. There wasn't just that one firearm in the backpack. There were guns everywhere in the house. Mm-hmm. And what I told Mr. Rivas is, if he is in the area of guns where he has access to them, he's in possession, right? And so that's the reason we let him out. And I had forgotten that, Judge. I didn't make that detail of notes. So that's his position in this case, Judge.
Is the only reason why I'm asking the PSI report that have statements that are alleged to be from your client, it's saying something different than what's in the stipulated evidence. Because in the stipulated evidence, it has the gun in a backpack that was under his bed with drugs in the backpack, not the weight that was throughout the house, but a lesser weight in the backpack. And his identification is in that backpack. But in the PSI, he says, I was getting ready for work at the wash tub. I walked out of the bathroom and the police were in the house. The police found a weapon in the house somewhere. I was arrested because I was the only one in the house. I was not living there at the time. I just spent the night at my brother's house, Samuel. I can't blame anyone, but I didn't know it was there. And it says, how do you feel about the plea agreement in your upcoming sentence? I don't understand it. I have not been in trouble in 14 years. I've never had a gun case. When you say possession of a firearm, that means to me that it was on me, but it was not. So.
Yes, Judge. And when he said he doesn't understand what he's told me that many times, what he means, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Rios, is why they're, in his mind, being so hard on him because of his lack of a record. Like, he doesn't understand why they're, why the cap was so high, things like that. In other words, he doesn't understand why their rationale, I'm not questioning their rationale, they have a job to do based on their own, but that was what he meant by that.
Do either side, do y'all need to review the stipulation?
Rather than what I would just reiterate for the court is in those stipulations, the DPS just protecting surveillance. Right in their report, which was stipulated to that they observed Mr. Rivas wearing that blue backpack prior to them entering that phone, in which they found in the bedroom between the wall and the bed that same blue backpack. So circumstantially, it would be linked to him, given that his identification was inside of that bag they saw him previously wearing.
I don't think that is what the offense reports said, and that is what the trooper said. But the videos, I guess we would dispute that fact to the extent that I'm not disputing the trooper says that, but he checked into the jail with his ID. Had his ID with him when he went to jail.
Okay. So the stipulated evidence says his ID was in the backpack. Am I wrong in reading that? Let me see.
No, that's what it says, Judge.
So you're saying the ID wasn't in the backpack?
That's what he just told me out. He said he had him under the jail when he was booked in.
Do you need to review the stipulated evidence?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Yes.
God, I know. I think you said it's for a plea deadline today.
Oh, he needs to be up here. Where's your client? Hello.
Mr. Martinez does speak English. Spanish is his first language, but he's pretty fluent. So.
All right. So today is plea deadline day.
So we received a plea, but honestly, the prosecutor had not had a chance to even look at the video. That's kind of the crucial piece of evidence in this case. So I tried to get him to consider a counteroffer, but he wasn't a place to consider it since.
Then he needs to look at the video because this has been pending since February. So who's the prosecutor on Juan Manuel Martinez?
Friend.
Okay. So the defense wants him to view a video.
And I talked to the Brandon this morning, and I think he's got a trial starting today, and I even offered to share my video note, but he's not going to get to that this morning. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, he's going to get to the video. All righty, I'm Pierce Pearson.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge. I was putting it on the list.
All right, thank you.
I didn't finish writing the case number, but I think Judge is ready.
All right. Could I have someone from the state on Mr. Pearson, please? All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 008217, 2025 CR 008219, 2025 CR 008221. State, thank you. State versus Pierce Pearson. Can I have parties announced?
Monica Anna Guerrero for Mr. Pearson.
All right, and are you Mr. Pearson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you all were here on a motion to quash the indictments. The court has had a chance to review all the case law that parties wanted to submit to me. As you all know, I'm aware of the case law, but sometimes there may be something different.
Thank
So
you
I
for
always
reviewing.
like to review it. With regards to the motion to quash the indictments, the court is, after reviewing all of the case law and hearing the evidence presented by both parties, the court will deny the motions. And then defense, you're now aware that the state wishes to amend the indictments in each cause number to add approximately 7 p.m. to the indictment.
Yes, we're aware. We do object to the state's motion for leave to amend. Adding the timestamp does not cure the defects that we have identified. And it doesn't add to the facts or supporting the at definition or at the specific address. And on those bases, we object to adding the timestamp. It doesn't cure the defect that we are alleging.
All right. In state legally, are you of the belief that you need the 7 p.m.?
No.
All right. So are you then waiving your motion to amend? All right. So they're waiving the motion to amend.
Okay, so the amendment will be
We'll
stay
proceed
as
on
the
the original indictment. All right. Then the next thing, would you all prefer a bench trial or a jury trial? What is happening with this case?
We just spoke. We've been looking for a particular video with a witness statement, and that has been uploaded to Axon as of this morning. I haven't reviewed it yet, but we're doing that discovery, and then we're still in discussions about a plea. I don't know that we've had a plea setting, so that would be the next thing, and then if that fails, then we would look at trial.
Let me see here. All right, I'm going to give you all a jury trial date. If it becomes a bench trial or a plea, then just let me know. And it'll also be a plea deadline date as well.
All of the above.
Yes. All right, Ms. Ferguson. Okay, let me give you guys it. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
I would say 5 days max.
Mr. Pearson, I'm gonna open some breakout rooms, and then your attorney will meet you in the breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Destiny Martinez. Destiny Angel Martinez.
Here, Your Honor. Sorry. Oh, okay.
All right, where are we on discovery? And how old are you?
25.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. I need a 3-week reset for a plea deadline date.
Norma went to get something, a form that I needed. She went to the back real quick.
All right.
She should be back. It's a PTD, Your Honor.
Oh, it's PTD?
Yes, Your Honor. So we were going to have her fill it out while she's here in the courtroom.
Let's see something. Norma, I need a PTD date.
June 11th.
All right, June 11th. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Cadena. Who's the attorney? The attorney. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge, we were ready for a plea this morning. However, the state still needs to speak to the complaining witnesses on the 11 cases in order to make sure that it's okay that they take the plea on this case. So the state's asking for a continuance. I have no objection, so that they have an opportunity to try to.
Short reset, Your Honor.
Yeah.
You want to bring this back on Thursday?
That should be fine. Yeah.
All right, Norma, if you recall.
Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm not out of county on Thursday.
Okay.
Un momentito.
Or either of y'all want to bring it back tomorrow.
Thursday's good. I actually have to be here Thursday, so that'll.
All right, Norma, recall this for Thursday. All right, we'll see y'all back on the 14th once you sign the reset form. You excuse.
I appreciate it, Judge.
Yes.
I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday that I cannot reschedule.
Okay. Tomorrow?
Let me look on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That'll work.
Should be
Tuesday. All right, Norma, if you'll recall this for Tuesday, please.
There we go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.